Hi everyone, welcome to Tadpoles Lesson 4 on time. So in this lesson, we're going to learn how to read a clock. So the two rules you mainly need to know are the short one is the hour, and then the long one is the minute. So the hour, it tells you, for example, the clock reads in 10 because it's in this section over here, and that's in the 10 section. So 10 is going to be our hour. And then the minute, there's 60 minutes, right? So each of these numbers is going to be translated to a part of 60. So 1 is 5, 2 is 10, 3 is 15, 4 is 20, 5 is 25, 6 is 30 because it's half, 7 is 35. So you're just going to multiply 5 to all of them, basically. And then this one signifies 0. So for this one, our minute hand is on the 6, so it's at 30. And then these little ones, they signify other minutes. So this one would be 6, 7, 8, 9, and then this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's the basics of reading a clock. So let's do some practice. So our hour hand, it falls right here, and that is where? That is in the 1 category. This is all 1. So our hour is at 1. And then our minute, whoops, let's change the color. Our minute, this is our minute 1, the red line, it's at 4. And 4 times 5 signifies 20. So the time is 1:20. Now for this one, the minute hand is at 5 exactly. So it's 5, and then the minute hand is at 12. So that signifies it's 5 o'clock. For this one, our hour hand is at 10. And the minute hand is at 12, which means it's 10 o'clock. For this one, our hour hand is in the 7 area. And our minute hand is at 8. 8 times 5 equals 40. So it's 7:40. For this one, we're at 3. And the minute hand is at 12, so it's 3 o'clock. We are at 2, and our minute hand is at 12, so it's 2 o'clock. For this one, we're at 8, and the minute hand is at 12, so it's 8 o'clock. Anytime it's at 12, it just means that it's a simple number with no minutes. So now our hour hand is in the 11 section, and our minute is at 8 times 5, which is 40. Now here, our hour hand is in the 12 area, so it's 12, and then it's at 8, so it's 40, 12:40. Now, for these ones, we have to draw where it is. So it's 10 o'clock. So that means that our hour is at 10. So this is a short line. Let me just make the lines thicker real quick. Let's do it a little thicker. Okay. So red is going to be our hour. So we're at 10. And then 12 is going to be our minute. So that's 10 o'clock. 4:40, our hour hand is going to be somewhere near the 4, in the 4 area over here. This is our 4 area. And then 40 is where our minute hand is supposed to be. Let's make that line a little shorter because it's an hour hand. And then 40 is 8. That's what it would look like. 7:20. So our hour hand is going to be at 7. And then 20 divided by 5 is going to be 4. So it's going to be like this, 4:20. 1 o'clock, our hour hand is going to be at the 1. And then our minute hand is going to be at the 12. 3 o'clock, our hour is going to be at 3. And our minute is going to be at 12. For this one, our hour is going to be at 8, and our minute is going to be at 12. 12:20, our hour is going to be somewhere in the 12 area of this. And then 20 divided by 5 is 4, so it's going to be at the 4. 6, our hour is going to be at 6, and then our minute is going to be at 12. Oh, that looks crazy. So for 2, our hour is going to be at 2, and then our minute is going to be at 12. And that's what it should look like. And here is the answers we've got. It all makes sense. Okay, now we're going to match each analog clock to the digital clock. So these, let's see, let me lessen our font. So analog clocks are the ones with the lines, and digital clocks just tell you the time. So analog clocks are the ones we have to read. So let's look at this one. This one has 7, so the hour must be 7. So which of these has 7? Yeah, this one. So this one is A. Now for this one, our hour is in the 4 area. So the hour has to be at 4. Which one of these has 4? This one. So this one's going to be B. Now for this one, our hour is at 10. So which one is 10? This one. So this one's going to be C. And this one, our hour is at 2. So which one of these has 2 as the hour? This one. And then this one is at 8, and the only one left remaining has to be this one. So let's check our answers. Yep. Okay. Now we're going to fill out each missing clock based on the time of its pair. Okay, so for this one, our hour is at 11. So it's 11. And then our minute is at 8, so it's 11:40. And then AM means it's in the morning. For this one, our hour is at 8, and then our minute is at 12, which means it's 8, and then we have our AM here, AM in the morning. Okay, now we're going to do this one. So this one, our hour is at 12, and our minute is at 12. So that means it's 12 p.m., which is noon. Now we have our hour at 1, and our minute at 4. So 4 times 5 is 20, so 1:20 p.m., afternoon. So our hour is at 7, and our minute is at 4. 4 times 5 is 20, so 7:20 p.m. Oops. For this one, our hour is at 5, and 5 is this area, and then our minute is at 4, so 5:20 p.m. Our hour is at 9, and our minute is at 12, so that's 9 a.m. in the morning. So our hour is at 4, and our minute is at 8. 8 times 5 is 40, so 4:40 a.m. Ooh, that's early. Our hour is at 6. And our minute is at 12, so it's going to be 6 a.m., also early. Our hour is at 2, and our minute is at 8. 8 times 5 is 40, 2:40 a.m. That's very, very early. Let's check if we got it right. Yes, we did. Perfect. Now we're going to see how much time has elapsed. So from 9:40 to 1:50. So it's good to explain. So AM is the time from 12 a.m., which is midnight. Which is midnight to 11 a.m. Those are the times for the a.m. Now p.m. is from 12 p.m., which is noon, which is like the afternoon, like noon, and then to 11 p.m. at night. Okay, so usually p.m. is associated with nighttime, and a.m. is associated with the morning. So from 9:40 p.m. to 1:50 a.m. So let's calculate how to get from 9 to 1. So we add 3, which is midnight, and then after 12, we reset back to 1. So if we add 3 to this is now 12:40 a.m. Now we need to get to 1:50, so we're going to add 1, we're in 10 minutes to get to 1:50 a.m. So we're adding a total of 4 hours. 4 hours and 10 minutes. So for this one, it's 5:40 a.m. to 8:37 a.m. So these are both a.m. times. So let's add 2 hours, and we have 7:40. Now, to get from 7:40 to 8:37, we can't add an hour because that would go over. But let's theoretically add an hour. So we get 8:40, but we have to minus that by 3. So 1 hour or 60 minutes minus 3 would give us 57. So 57 plus 2. So 2 hours and 57 minutes. Okay. Now we're going to go from 2 a.m. to 4:45. This one's pretty easy. You just add 2 and 45 minutes to get there. So 2 hours, 45 minutes. Now to get from 10:40 to 3 a.m., this one's a bit tricky. So we're going to let's get to midnight. Let's transfer it to a.m. So if we add 2 hours to this, we're going to get 12:40 a.m. Now you need to get from 12:40 to 3. So we can't add 3 hours because that would go above our time. That would give us 3:40 a.m. Well, let's try that. So if we do 3, we get 3:40. But we need to subtract that by 37 to get our 3. So we're going to do 3 hours minus 37, which should give you 2 hours and 23 minutes, plus our already 2 hours, which should give us 4 hours and 23 minutes. I'm going to do 2 more and then give you guys a lot more time to do that. So you get from 1 p.m. to 3:40 to 3:54. So this is easy since we just have numbers. So this is 2:54 to get to that. So 2 hours and 54 minutes. Now to get from 7 a.m. to 8:47, we add 47. 1 hour and 47 minutes. Now you're going to pause here, and I'm going to give you the rest of the time to work on these. So pause. Okay, so you guys should be done. Here are our answers. Your work. Now we're going to move on to the last part. So it has 3 questions. So what time is on clock A? So clock A, our hour is at the 5, so 5, and then our minute is at 2, so 2 times 5, that. So it's 5, 10. Now our hour is at 6, and our minute is at 3-ish. Okay, so here, this is a different way, so now we need to learn this. So our hour is at 6, so we're just going to write 6 here. And our minute is at the 3 mark, so it has to be somewhere near 15. But these little sketches, these symbolize more specific. So this one is 15, right, as we know. This one's 16, this one's 17, this one's 18, this one's 19, and then 4 is our 20. So right now it's at 17. So we're at 6:17. So how much time has elapsed? It's been 1 hour and 7 minutes. Because if we add an hour here, we get 6:10, but we need 7 more minutes. Okay, so for this one, clock A, we're at, whoops, it's a little less than 11, so we're at 10, hour 10, and then our minute is at the 10, so 10 times 5 is 50, so we're at 10:50. And now our minute is at the 2 area, and our minute hand is at this little one here. So if we know 5 times 5 is 25, this one must be the 25 minute. This one's 26, this one's 27, this one's 28, this one's 29, and then our 6 over here is 30, half an hour. So we're at 26 right now. Now we're going to see how we get to here. So we're going to add 4 hours to get to 250, but we need to subtract 24, sorry. 24 to get to 226. So we're going to subtract 60 minus 24, which we get 36. So it's 3 hours and 36 minutes. For this one, what time is on clock A? So we have our hour here at 6. And then our minute at 6 as well, so that's 6 times 5:30. And then for this one, we have our hour at 10, and then our minute at 9. 9 times 5 is 45. So we're going to add 5 hours, and that should give us 11:30, and then we need to get from 11:30 to 11:15 to 11:45, so we add 15. So we add 5 hours and 15 minutes. For clock A, our hour is at the 2, so it's 2, and then our minute is at 8. 8 times 5 is 40, so we're at 2:40. Our hour is at the 5, and our minute is at, so it's at this part right here. So 9 is 45, this one's 46, this one's 47, this one's 48, this one's 49, and then this one over here is 50. So we're at the 46. So it's 5:46. So we're going to add 3 hours to make it 5:40. But we need 6 minutes as well, so we're going to add 5 hours and 6 minutes. Now we're going to check our work. Oops, sorry. I did not mean to write 5 over here. That's a 3. And, yep, looks like we got everything right. Oh, sorry, just kidding. This one is 10. And we actually add 4 hours to get to 10. I'm sorry, I read that wrong completely. Okay, because it's in the 10 area. So yeah, that's how